You know, when you buy a motorcycle, in my case, I bought this BMW 1250, what they don't tell you is all the stuff you're gonna buy for your bike as you go along your journey. And today I wanna tell you something else I bought for this bike, and that is this. It's the Lone Rider Motocase. This aluminum case with molle webbing on the outside, it's an incredible case. Okay, let's talk about several things of this Lone Rider Motocase, probably 8 or 9 things. So for number one thing, let's start from the top and go to the bottom. This is the lid. The lid, you know, lids are lids, but this lid's pretty cool. And you're gonna hear me say a million times, whenever you buy something from Lone Rider, you're buying the best there is. Top quality, engineered perfectly, and this is no exception. So on top of the lid, we have, it's flat for sure. You have mounting points to left and right. These are handles to carry your bag, or you can also attach things to these handles. You have 4 mounting ports on top lid, and this is really cool. You can strap things down on top. The lid also is pretty cool. This is kind of a thing that I want to make a kind of a point of. I've had cases when you put your arms in it, the lid falls down on your arms and you can't see, you got to fight it back. But Lone Rider designed these lids that they stay in place. Wow. You move it up, wherever you put it, it stays. So if you're out walking, working on your camera, your drone or whatever in your case, getting your food out, doesn't matter. The case is going to stay up and not hinder you from doing what you need to do into the case.
Wow.
So that is the lid. The lid is amazing. On the back side of the lid, also, there is this netting that you can store a pair of gloves in there, something in there. It's kind of cool. Let's go inside the case. Lone Rider gives you this waterproof, dust-proof bag that goes in it. You can put your clothes in here, whatever you want to put in here, and you put it in the bag and you're good to go. And that's great. And you can zip it up, close it up. It has carry handles, you can take it out. But what's really nice about this is you can have this attached to the lid above. The only challenge was that this loop they provide on this bag, they've got loops, they've got a peg up here that you're supposed to loop it to. But if you've had this netting hooked onto the peg, it's not long enough to put both loops on the peg. So what I did, I bought some really cool Velcro. Velcro, it's one strip and you cut it and fold it in on itself. So it's both metal, and you take it and I put Velcro strip up top, Velcro strip on the bag, and if you want it, just come here and, whoops, come up here and just kind of push in, and then you have your bag with the lid coming up every time you get inside your case. So, okay, we talked about the lid. Now let's talk about the size, the internal size of the case. When I bought this case, I wanted to make sure that I could put my helmet in here. And I wear a XXXL, that's XXXL. XXXL helmet. Wow. Schuberth helmet. It's huge with the peak on there. It's amazing. But this small case, the smaller of the two, fits my helmet. Let me show you. So here's this XXXL helmet. Fits in, close it up. And there you go. This is the first time I've been able to lock up my helmet in a case. Okay, next let's point out kind of a cool benefit to this Lone Rider Motocase, and that is they put molle on it. They got molle on the right side, left side, and on the back. And there's plenty of places where you can strap on a bag for a water bottle, or Lone Rider makes a 6-liter bag that fits perfectly on here that you can put more stuff. So if you're a pack rat and you want to bring a whole lot of little stuff, you can molle it to the side here and you've got a great place to store it. But this is really cool. And the good thing is if you don't like the molle, you want to take it off for some reason, it's just 4 screws. Take the 4 screws off, take the molle off, put the 4 screws on, you're good to go. I'm all about the molle. I love molle webbing.
That's weird.
Let's talk about another cool thing with the Lone Rider Motocase, and that is the key system, the lock system. When you get the case, they send you keys for this lock and another key for this lock. So you would have to carry your motorcycle key and then a key for this lock and a key for the bottom lock. That's a lot of keys. But again, Lone Rider thinks of everything. Wow. They give you the parts that you can take this key lock, and then they give you the parts to actually key this lock to match your BMW key. So you just need one key to come over and lock your bag, not a bunch of keys. Again, like I say, if To buy something from Lone Rider, they've thought of everything, and they will ship you everything you need to do the job right. So, key in the locks, you've got a lot of little keys you put in. It's a lot of little parts. And at first it's like, man, this is gonna be really hard. But like I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. It took me about 35, 40 minutes to keep both locks. Lock on the top here. So this is your lock to lock the lid to the motor case so that nobody can take the stuff out of the case. Then there's a lock here that will lock this to the case to the frame of the bike. So again, there's your locking system, and it works really good. So another cool feature of the Lone Rider Motocase is the ability to have this case where you want it. When I first installed it, the case was towards the back about 4 inches. I didn't like that. It felt like it was falling off the back. So it's very simple. When the case is off, there's a screw and takes the plugs out of the bottom. You slide them up. There's about 4 different holes you can choose from to move the case front or back, or front to back, whatever the case may be. So it really is convenient to get the look you want. I kind of like it this way. It could go forward a little bit more, but it can go back to about right here. And I didn't like that look. It looks like the tail's gonna fall off. It looked weak to me. So to move this, once the case is off the rack, it took literally 5 minutes to take the screws out, move the plugs, put them back in, and move the case. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get this case off and put it back on again so you can see how that works. At the bottom you have a latch that's locked. This is unlocked now. Pull this, it's kind of hard to pull, but you pull it, get it all the way over.
Use your muscles.
And then the latch comes open like this. The case is all the way back in the lock position, so you got to kind of push it forward a little bit. And there you go. That's off. Now, I will tell you, the trick to this, when you first get the case, you want to lube up the holes with some grease, the pucks with some grease, a little grease over here. It really helps. Otherwise, you're never going to get this in on and off. So a little grease, not a lot, kind of like the teacher used to say, just a dot, not a lot, and that'll help this case slide on and off pretty easily. Let's go ahead and put it on.
Oh my gosh, you are so talented.
Take this, and you're on. Lone Rider thinks of everything, but in the back here we have I guess part of a back pad here and a back pad here. It's a nice soft rubber. I mean, I've sat on it before and didn't ride, but you can feel it. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's makes your trip a little bit better if you're in the back seat, but it does come with this. This is already attached when I received the box. Hey, this happens from time to time. It's just part of adventure riding, right? So you have this bag here. It's got some great handles right here. It's wonderful, super handles. Just grab here and yank it up. Yank it up.
Do not do this. Never.
No, don't do that. That's against the rules. Do not use this case to hoist the bike up. Don't let your friends grab it to help you. Off limits after you fall. You have to lift your bike up the old-fashioned way.
Whatever your show off.
There you go. Well, there's my review of the Lone Rider Motocase. I love it. It does everything I expected to do and more. If you watched this far, I want to say thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, sure helps. If you haven't subscribed to Dave 8080, your subscription means everything. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless, ride safe. We'll see you next time.